My name is Arslan EnergYala. I am 15 years old. I have no brother and sister, and I am a student at Rehan School Munawwar Campus. Today my guest is Daniel, and I take this personality interview. Let's get started. First of all, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Dan Yulin. I am not 15 years old, and I have one sister. I am originally from Boston, Massachusetts in the United States, and now my beautiful wife Kelly and I live in Hollywood, California. My wife is an actress, and I'm so happy to be back in Pakistan, my third time in Pakistan since January, so I've been coming every couple of months.
Okay.
And thank you for taking the time to interview me today.
Thank you. Okay. First of all, my question is, what job do you do?
Okay, it's a great question. I am the founder and CEO of a company called Elite Student Coach. And it's based in Los Angeles, but I work all over the world. I work obviously here in Pakistan. I work in Singapore. I work in Japan. Japan is the second home for me. I lived in Japan for many years. I work in a number of different countries. And I help kids just like you, young people, anywhere from the ages of 12 all the way up into their 20s, find the best inside themselves so that they can succeed in school and in work and in life. Yes? In the United States, my business is focused mostly on helping kids your age get into prestigious colleges. Harvard, MIT, UCLA, Wharton, where I went. Although I am of the belief that it's not the college that you go to, it's not the name of the school, it's how you perform and how you show up at that school. But that being said, in the United States, my focus is mostly, it begins with the college, but the more important thing that I do with all of the kids with whom I work is that I help them succeed, not only in getting into college, but in succeeding in life past that. So my life's work, again, is empowering young people to make a difference in the world by finding the best inside themselves and helping other people get what they want so that you can make a lot of money, help a lot of other people, and positively impact this planet that we all share.
Okay. So my second question is, how you connect with Sir Rehan EnergWala?
So my dear friend and my mentor and my brother, Sir Rehan, he was connected to me through another dear friend and mentor named Dennis Yu, whom some of you may have met, and I love Dennis very much as I love Rehan. And Dennis and Rehan made it possible for me to attend and to present a keynote address at Future Fest here in Pakistan, in Lahore, in January. And I didn't get a chance to meet Rehan at Future Fest, as he was in London at the time. But I did meet Saad, and I met a lot of kids from the Rehan School, as well as a lot of other young people from Pakistan. And I was let me rewind. I have an unusual background as an American because I have lived in 6 countries. I've lived in, Japan, Thailand, France, Germany, Italy, Switzerland, and the UK. I think I'm getting there. I may have one country off. I've lost track. And I've worked in 41 countries. It's an unusual background for Americans. I have a lot of love in bringing people together from around the world. It's just baked into me. And I started teaching and working with other kids when I was your age. How old are you?
I am 15 years old.
You're 15. Okay, I should have remembered that. You told me 2 minutes ago. Wow. We're going to have to edit this part out. But when I was 12 years old, I was working with kids who were 8 years old, teaching them how to communicate on stage and perform. I'm a musician and I do other things too, teaching them how to perform on stage in my hometown of Boston. I've been working and mentoring other kids since I was a young person. And this is how it shows up. And Rehan reached out to Dennis and said, can we get Dan on stage at Future Fest? And after Future Fest was over, I reached out to Rehan, about a month later, and I said, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you. What can I do to help you? I didn't try and sell him my services. I don't believe in selling services. I think you want to have people come to you. But I was so impressed by the kids from the Rehan School that I wanted to reach out and say, listen, I want to thank you for bringing me to Future Fest. And is there anything I can do to help you? And he said, I don't know, let's have a phone call. And we had a Zoom call. And I didn't realize that the Zoom call was actually streaming to many thousands of people. And we had a wonderful time together. And he then, the next month, invited me to come to his home, his beautiful home here in Karachi. And so I came in April, in 2 months ago, a little less than 2 months ago, and I spent 12 days. It was supposed to be 5 days, or 7 days, and I spent 12 days. And I just loved it. I fell in love with it. And spent time, and then there was a wedding at the time, and then about 2 weeks ago, I was on my way back to Asia. I work with young people in the United States. And one of the young people I'm working with lives in Texas, but he is from Nepal. His family is from Nepal, from Kathmandu. And he is an expert in rocketry, designing rockets and engines. And even though he's only 16 years old, that's his specialty. And he's teaching rocketry in Kathmandu. And so I'm going to be there in 2 weeks helping him with that. And Rehan called and he said, or I reached out to Rehan and I said, I really miss you. I'd love to see you. And he said, why don't you come 2 weeks early and spend time here? So I changed my ticket. And every time I come, I like to spend time here at the Rehan School. So our relationship is building and it's changing and it's growing over time. And that's how I know Rehan.
Yes.
And his family, every member of his wonderful family.
Okay, and relationship is very important.
It's very important.
Yes.
Relationships, can I talk about relationships? Is that okay? It's an important thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Building relationships with other people, like we're building one now. You know, we just met, but we're going to, over time, as you grow and as you mature, I hope that I will be able to help you over time. When you build relationships, not just with friends, but with customers, you're all trying to get customers now. There, by the way, just for the purpose of this video, there are many young people, hundreds, or maybe 12, young people from the Rehan School sitting behind the camera. And they're all really bright, intelligent, very impressive people, and they're all looking for work right now. And what I've encouraged them to do in a session that we had earlier today is to start building relationships with possible clients. When you start building the relationship, instead of selling them, you pave the way for a long-term relationship that will be profitable for both of you. And so that's the point of a relationship. And I'm a mentor. I work one-on-one with younger people to help them, again, try and get 2 or 3 years ahead of other people. Because while I am older, and I say this all the time, I'm older, I'm not wiser, I just have more experiences. And so when I work with you, I'll just use you as an example, I can bring this into the work that we do together and say, listen, I made a mistake, or I had a learning opportunity. I like to call mistakes learning opportunities, because there's no such thing as a mistake. Things are going to happen to us, and it's not that they happen to us, it's what we do with them that matters. So let's say that I see you calling a customer and trying to sell very hard to them instead of asking them questions. And I can say, I did that when I was in my 20s and my 30s. And feel free to do that for another 10 or 20 years, but I wouldn't do that. I would do that right now. And if I can get you to do things at a much younger age than I was able to do that, I'm able to pass on my experiences early. But again, I'm not smarter than you, I'm just or wiser than you, I just have more experience. And when we do that, you may say to me, hey Dan, that's a great idea, but here's my idea on how to do that. That is a very important thing that happens there. You make me a better mentor for you, and then you go out and you become a better mentor for somebody else. When you become a mentor, you can add much more money to your long-term earning power. The ability to mentor others is very monetizable. And when we teach others things, we learn things, and we learn how to craft our expertise and build our expertise on it. So I would encourage all of you to learn how to mentor other people. And it's as simple as teaching somebody else something. Something very simple.
Okay. So my last question is, you live in USA.
I do.
Okay. So what's your favorite food in USA? And you eat lightly?
And what was the last part? I had that I eat lightly, that I'm going to mostly eat? Is that what you're
Yes. And you like food?
I do like food, as is evident from this. This is made of the best ingredients possible. By the time you see me the next time, I will have lost between 7 and 10 kilos. Come back for the next video. My favorite food. It changes every day. Today I would say Mexican food. I really like Mexican food. I like burritos. I like tacos. I like quesadillas. But every day it changes. Right now in the USA we have American food. We have hamburgers. We have steaks. I don't really know what American food is.
Okay.
America is a nation of people who came from other countries. But right now, my favorite food is, here's a big surprise. You ready? It's Pakistani food. Because Pakistani food is so awesome. I had a great biryani. Oh my gosh, I just had so many great things. The Pakistani food is so crazy good. I think when I leave this time, I have 2 suitcases with me. One for, I always bring gifts over when I come. Yesterday I brought candy for the school, a lot of candy. That's okay. I had candy. I gave it all to the Karangi campus. I didn't bring candy for this school. Next time I'm going to bring you candy. Is it okay if I bring you candy the next time?
Okay.
Can I hear you? Is it okay if I bring you candy the next time?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right, fine. But when I leave, I think I'm going to have 1 suitcase full of Pakistani food. Because we don't have that much Pakistani food in the United States, so I really love it. It's great. It's spicy, but it's not too spicy. And it's so delicious.
Okay. So you like a biryani?
Oh yeah, I love a great biryani.
And my mom make a biryani. It's very tasty and very delicious.
Your mom sounds awesome. All right.
Okay. So I end my interview and thank you for giving my audience interview.
Thank you for the opportunity to do that.
Give me your time. So I end my interview.
Okay, great. I'm ending the interview as well. I want to thank you so much. You can always visit my website at Elite Student Coach. I'm not trying to sell you anything, but there are resources on there. I also have a special Facebook page that I created called the Dan Yulin Young Leaders Success Circle. It's called, again, the Dan Yulin Young Leaders Success Circle. And you can join that Facebook group. And the reason that I created that Facebook group was that I am at my Facebook limit of 5,000 friends. Many of you have written me and saying, why aren't you accepting my friend request? I don't have any more spaces for friends. But if you join that group, I will interact with you. And I made that specifically for kids in Pakistan. Is that okay? So it's the Young Leaders Success Circle. And there are going to be, I will join that group every couple of weeks. And I'll give you tips and tricks on getting new clients. Once again, thank you so much for your time today. It's a great pleasure. Inshallah, I hope our paths cross again. And Dan Yulin signing off for now.
Okay, and I say you, thank you for giving this opportunity. Pupils talk with you and friends you and relationship with you.
Absolutely.
I give an honor. Pakistan Zindabad.
Okay, Pakistan!
Zindabad.
That was weak. Pakistan!
Zindabad.
One more time, Pakistan!
Zindabad.
Bye for now.